Professor Amina Mohsin. You were hearing Norman, and we've seen the effects of war spilling out into our region as well. It has had a drastic effect on the growth of Bangladesh. But I want you to comment on the fact, Donald Trump, we were talking about him even earlier on in a earlier on program. His motives and the end game to what he will achieve from conducting this war is still blurry. I want to know, how are you feeling about it? What are your observations, the humanistic impact of the loss of life?
Thank you very much. Let me begin with your last question, that what are the humanitarian aspects of this war. Greetings, Norman. Norman said that it has like spread in the region, but if we look around, it is affecting all the countries in the world, particularly countries like ours, South Asia. And if you look at Bangladesh today, like people line up for gas and fuel right from early in the morning, like what we call Fajr. Fajr means, when the dawn day starts, or the dawn breaks. So and one never knows when we'll get the fuel. So you can see, Dhaka streets are quite empty, but this is the end of the holidays, Eid holidays. It should be crowded at this point of time. It's not like that at all. And most of us are going online for our work. I mean, teaching has mostly gone online. Not only that, prices of things have soared up, and if you look at emergency services, they have come to a halt. And it's a very pitiable and dirable situation. And for economies like ours, it is a very plightful situation, to say the least. And this is not, when you say that what are the spillover effects of the humanitarian, I mean, now everybody, even small boys in the street of Dhaka city or all over Bangladesh, they know the name of the American president. And it is not something which augurs well for for America, for the USA, because one had looked at, there were people who looked at America as the beacon of democracy or human rights. But right at this moment, one can see that what is happening and how, opinions have shifted. And I pointed out earlier that, there were people who looked at America, not that everybody looked at America like that. Let me qualify that.
Yes.
And coming to the other point, what is America's objective? I don't think this is an American war. At this point of time, the US is fighting a war for Israel, and this is Israel's war. And if you look at it, America itself is not clear about its objectives. When they started off the war, they were very clear that they want a regime change, and they wanted the people to come out and celebrate all those things. But now, yes, I think a couple of days back, or only last evening, I was watching in Al Jazeera, the United States Secretary of State had given an exclusive interview. In that interview, one found that what he stated to be the American objectives in the war are quite different. He didn't talk of regime change, though the president of the US said that that regime has already changed in Iran, and they are in negotiations, but one doesn't know with whom he is negotiating and which regime has changed, because like Iran has denied it, and we are seeing it, that a regime, if he means that the leadership or the person has changed, true, but the regime is something very different. The system remains intact. So the regime has not changed. And let me conclude by saying that what the US Secretary of State said, that their objective is to annihilate the defense system of Iran.
Of course.
Which of course they have not been able to, and I don't think it is possible.